comment. We still have about 20 minutes and we're just about to end. Really welcome. Try to make this session more interactive, engage to ask questions to the panelists and eke out more value from this conversation that we started. So anybody from the audience, you will please stand up, identify yourself and then fire away. This lady here first.
Executive Director of Finance, the R&D wing of the Indies.
Okay.
And visiting to the deliberations, and I feel that the basic, what should I say, the key strategic importance of railways has kind of been lost in the fact that we are talking about accounting reforms. As a railway officer, I can tell you that the way we look at costs within Indian Railways, because we've had a history of a separate market, and we have a separate wing of the CAG which sits and audits those costs. We have a very, very refined system of expenditure control and expenditure analysis. And it is perhaps the inherent strength of the system that it gives us a fairly reliable cost. At the same time, I think this question was also addressed to Varsha ji. That the non-performing assets in the private sector themselves do not give a very happy picture as the way government does. Because if you have to rely on somebody, let me pitch this to you that the figures in the government perhaps are more reliable and more accurate than what the private sector balance sheet looks like. So any comments with that question?
That's a very good question. We'll take 2-3 questions, then we'll take 3 at a time. So we'll do 2-3 batches of 3. Second question, the gentleman there. I'll come to you in just a second.
I'm Director of Finance, dedicated right for your corporation. I have a question for Madam Varsha. First of all, I want to clarify that there is a direct funding to the BSUs by the multilateral agencies. World Bank is funding us directly, of course, against government guarantee. But earlier, we used to get through Ministry of Finance, MOR, but now the money is coming directly. That's number one. Number two, like we have 4 NBFCs in the public sector, 4 prominent NBFCs in the public sector. One is CFC, REC, IRCL, IRFC. The 3 non-railway NBFCs, they fund the projects of the entities which are incorporated entities. They make the balance sheets. Those borrowers make the balance sheets. The project evaluation of these borrowers is done stringently by the NBFCs. On the other side, IRFC lends to Indian Railways. It does not do much of the project evaluation because it's against a very secured asset like locomotives, wagons, etc. etc. The Indian Railways doesn't make a balance sheet. Although with these limitations, which IRFC has, as compared to the other NBFCs, IRFC is able to raise money cheaper than the other NBFCs. It's a stronger point for IRFC, although it has limitations on the accounting reform side, it has limitations on the project evaluation side, but it is much easier, much cheaper for IRFC to raise the money. So my question is, why in the presentation as one of the foremost requirement from the lender's perspective, it is just happening on the opposite side.
Thank you. Third question, then we'll, gentleman here.
Financial advisor in Kaufman. Actually, of course, being from the department for maybe more than 35 years, I have got a bias. I would like to disagree with Ms. Varsha about this O&M. You said, I think somewhere you remarked, it's not known. That is, of course, debatable because our input costs, they are actually, we have these demands 3 to 13 at the macro level. And as far as the outcomes are concerned, your primary units and all that, I will not go into it. As far as our cash inflow, that is our collections, cash collections. So the component wise, we can say that the input cost whether that is the cash outflows, that linkages perhaps can be worked out. And I don't think it is really determined on single entry, double entry, because at present we have a very robust accounting system, but of course we should move ahead. So only thing is that our O&M, we know it quite well, operations, maintenance, other things. That's all I'd like to.
Okay. Please. There's an attack on financiers. You have to.
Sorry. Just wanted to react to Mr. Biswas's comment just now on Varshaji's speech, which I found very good. And I think I'm Director of Finance, RVNL, which has a lot of the SPVs, etc., that Varshaji was talking about. And Mr. Biswas, I'd like to tell you that regarding the O&M costs, on the same railway, there may be two different SPVs, but the methodology of calculating the O&M costs and what is going to the O&M costs is not really known. So I just like to support Varshaji on that.
So, I know I was talking to the people from railways, the entire community, and I think, see, the first thing is, there's no doubt as of today that railways, or for that matter, IDFC gets a better pricing than any of them. But why does IDFC get a better pricing? It's sovereign. So IDFC is a sovereign entity as of today and is considered to be sovereign. A. Two, it is also known that any funding gaps that will be available, will be generated in IDFC will be funded by the government. So let us, this is one reason, and that is why I did not show lending. If you looked at my presentation, I did not show lending to IDFC, but I have said by way of bonds and external ECBs. I did not comment on the banking, lending from the banks, Indian domestic banks. The reason was that even today, if anyone asks me to fund railways, and somebody I think during the lunch during the tea break did talk to me and say that आपको क्या problem है, आप तो sovereign को fund कर रहे हैं, and I am sure I fully agree with it. There is no issue for funding IDFC or funding any of the PSUs or funding. However, when it comes to the PPP SPVs, we get issues, right? So IDFC funding is not an issue as of today, but the problem is how much is this, because IDFC is considered to be sovereign, and whatever is the sovereign rating, the IDFC gets that, and therefore it is going to be at the cheapest price. So that's a given. I don't dispute it at all. However, that having said, if we want to increase more, if we want to increase the avenues of funding that IDFC is trying to get, and for that matter, even for IDFC to understand the projects better, I think the new accounting, change accounting system is a must. Even IDFC needs to, even if they don't do it with the properties, that is a handicap they are working with. So with that handicap they are doing better. If the handicap is no more there, I think they would perform excellently. So are we saying that, okay, we still keep the handicap and we want to function? Is the issue. That's about IDFC. The other one is about the private organizations' positions and considering. So like I said, as of today, we definitely consider all of the PSU, PPP, SPVs as sovereign. And I fully agree that both the railways and the government, as and when there is a need, whenever there is a cash flow deficiency, whenever there are gaps, is funding today those SPVs. There's no question, no doubt about that. However, that being said, I was coming to a situation where today the railways are going and scouting for private funds, private equity. We are not keeping any more 100% government-owned organizations. We are making that as a JV of railways, state government and private sector organizations. When you get into such JVs, there is going to be, see, it may not happen today, it may happen 1 year later, it may happen 2 years later. Suppose there is a cost escalation. Suppose the project has a cost escalation of say 30% or 40%, and if there is to be, the bankers or the lenders would definitely say that part of the escalation needs to be funded from equity. Now, if Railways has an equity of 40, say states have equity of 30 or whatever it is, and the balance is with the private sector, how will the private sector and the state say, no, this is not my job, this is your job? Who is the loser? The bankers are the loser. I will not want to pour over here. We are having organizations where there is JV between the center and the state, and the lenders are facing issues. We are transferring accounts, NPAs. It's a given. It's a situation as of today. I don't even have to say that it is a situation in the future. It has happened as of today. So my issue is that there has to be transparency. There is a transparency. I am sure Railways are allocating O&M expenses in a proper way. Like he said, the O&M in one particular case may not be the same methodology may not be used for another one, right? The O&M may be properly done, but if it is not visible to all the stakeholders, and that's the issue. The stakeholders, and particularly when you will have other equity holders coming in with you, they would demand it. Suppose for the first 5 years you keep an O&M of 30% or 40%, and say at the end of the 5th year you raise the O&M to 70%, and you do not show the allocations how they are done. Do you think the other promoters would agree with you? They would say they would not. So there could be these situations, and that is what I was referring to.
Bharat, you wanted to add to this?
No, I mean, on the last point specifically, I want to say that, we're looking at, let's say once the DFC gets done, it's a real situation, it's going to get completed in another 2-3 years. And there will be a lot of capacity which is likely to be released. At that point, there could be a push for getting private operators to run trains. Then the question is, if the private operator will run the trains, how are they going to look at the costing for a specific point from A to B? So I think getting the granularity in O&M through the accounting reforms, when you bring it down to a level of a section or a route or something, is something that is very nice. I remember working on Sonagar Dankuni route for PPPA several years ago, and one of the questions which SBI CAPS was, by the way, was leading on that initiative was that how do you know that this would be the likely cost, O&M cost for this building? But on the other point, on the IDFC, I think it's a key point. I think you will talk about it, but just my 2 cents worth is that essentially, IDFC is doing asset finance. They're not doing project finance. So I think that is the key distinction.
They are doing asset financing. That's why I said that it is.
Okay, now I'm going to exercise my privilege as chair to keep the conversation moving. So we'll come back to the first. No, so I want to give other people an opportunity. This gentleman here, if you will introduce yourself and then.
Good afternoon. My name is Satyendra Kaushik. I am the Chief Project Manager in charge of accounting reforms. This is just to emphasize my total commitment to the project. There are 2 issues. Okay. There are 2 issues which I think we need to get on record very clearly, and I am saying this with all humility at my command. Railways do not maintain their accounts on single entry basis, period. I do not know where this option has gathered ground or gained currency anywhere. The entire accounting system, for as long as I remember, on the railways has been on a double entry system. Number 2, railways maintain a balance sheet, period. It is reported in the appropriation accounts presented to the Government of India, to the Parliament, signed by the C&AG. What we do not do is accrual accounting. Agreed. We do not do accrual accounting, although we have 2 elements of accrual accounting in terms of demands payable and recoverable. So we are moving towards that. That is just to set the records. The question about IRFC and non-IRFC funding. Number one, IRFC technically is not sovereign. Ma'am, just a minute. IRFC is a NBFC under the RBI regulation like any other NBFC in this country. They are subject to the same regulation, the same constraints, the same evaluation from the lenders as any other NBFC. What sets IRFC apart is the fact that it does, as Bharat said, pure asset financing. It invests in assets that are tangible, that start giving you revenue from the day one. There is no project risk involved in that, and therefore, the answer to the question as to why do they get better pricing and a final pricing is precisely this, that they are engaged in a business, limited as it may be, which is more tangible and more profitable. That is 2 points which I want to.
Varsha, we'll take a couple of more questions. So, any other question? Gentleman right at the back.
My question is very general. I want to know about if we consider railway as a commercial entity, और यदि हम लोग इकोनॉमिक्स का बेसिक रूल डिमांड और सप्लाई अप्लाई करते हैं इस पर, तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आता है, क्योंकि डिमांड हमारे पास इतनी है कि लोगों को हम लोग टिकट नहीं दे पा रहे हैं सप्लाई करने के लिए, और हमारे पास 2 प्लस पॉइंट्स हैं. हम लोग के पास मोनोपोली है, हमारा ट्रैक अपना है, हमारी ट्रेन अपनी है, ट्रैक भी अपना है, ट्रेन भी अपनी है, उसके बाद भी हम लोग डिमांड को पूरा नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. डिमांड और सप्लाई, यदि ज़्यादा डिमांड है तो सप्लाई में वो कॉस्टिंग कम होना चाहिए, बट हम लोग हमेशा करते रहते हैं कि हमारी कॉस्टिंग, हम लोग किराया नहीं बढ़ा पा रहे हैं. मैं बड़ा हैरान रहता हूँ जब मैं ये चीज़ें सोचता हूँ कि क्यों हम लोगों का जो ये रेलवे का सिस्टम है कि डिमांड और सप्लाई पे अप्लाई नहीं हो पा रहा है. एग्जाम्पल के लिए, यदि हम लोग रेलवे के अकाउंटिंग, यदि हम लोग एक्चुअल कॉस्टिंग निकालते हैं एज ए बिजनेसमैन पर्सपेक्टिव से, तो हमारी कॉस्टिंग बहुत ज़्यादा निकलेगी. बहुत सारी कॉस्टिंग्स को तो हम लोग जोड़ते ही नहीं हैं. एक केस को मैंने जब डिस्कस किया था, थेफ्ट का एक केस था स्कूल बस्ती का, 90,000 रुपये की चोरी हुई थी, उससे 3 लाख रुपए का तो टीए हो चुका था लोगों का. उसको डिस्कस करते हुए तो मैं बड़ा हैरान हुआ कि वो 90,000 रुपये का मटेरियल भी चोरी हो गया और 3 लाख रुपए की हमने कॉस्टिंग भी कर दी टीए पे, और अभी तक वो फाइल अभी भी चल रही है.
आपका प्रश्न क्या है?
मेरा प्रश्न सर यही है कि हमारे अकाउंटिंग रिफॉर्म्स क्या पिक्चर बदल पाएंगे कि जो रेलवे का जो एक्चुअल कॉस्टिंग है, वो कॉस्टिंग आने के बाद प्रॉफिट में कैसे कन्वर्ट होगी. और सेकंड, जो बीएसएनएल एमटीएनएल थे पहले, प्राइवेटाइजेशन से पहले वो मोनोपोली होती थी, तो वो हेल्दी कंपटीशन नहीं था. क्या हेल्दी कंपटीशन हम लोग इसमें स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं कि हमारे ट्रैक पर और ट्रेन्स भी चलें, और अकाउंटिंग रिफॉर्म से हम लोग की पोजीशन कैसे बदले.
थैंक यू. तीसरा क्वेश्चन, देन वी मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट राउंड ऑफ आंसर्स. एनीबडी एल्स फॉर अ मोर कंट्रोवर्शियल क्वेश्चन? Discussion more heated. Come on. Yeah.
Sir, I just wanted to understand. When Naresh Salecha gave his presentation in the morning, he was referring to the 2 discoveries that he has been able to make of the North-Western Railway, about the understatement of the depreciation and, of course, understatement of the pension liabilities. And the pension liability, as I see, are going to explode in the coming days and in the coming years. So, this kind of uncertainty, how far we will be able to capture this kind of uncertainty in our accounting reforms? That is my address here. And it will completely change the situation. Operating ratio being shown as 95, 96 may go to 110, 15. Are we ready for that kind of change also?
Thank you. So I'll ask the panelists to answer this set of questions. Then we'll see the commission whether we can take one more round. Varsha first, you, then Pankaj, right? If you have one related question? Huh?
I'm Sundar Mohan, Chief Investment LIC. We have funded to IFC, railway through IRFC. My question is that I just with him that going forward, if we adopt this accrual accounting system, the cash flows on which IRFC is relying and going to serve our debt, will it be not affected by this accrual accounting? Thus, he has mentioned that the pension liability is going to explode.
Mohit, you should take that, yeah.
I think I can attempt all 3 of these. I think the first one I would want to cover is the 90,000 and 300,000. I think a simple rule of costing is that if you have any abnormal cost, that is not loaded onto your cost. So that example apart, Quick answer to your question is these accounting standards, if you move to the double entry, which you already are, you would have, if you move to full accrual, you would have these things being addressed very clearly. Your comment on pension liabilities, and for that matter, many of the other things are on. So I think when Mr. Salecha made that comment on just two of those, there are more that could come out. You know, there are things like contingencies, for example. Do we have contingencies being accounted for as of today? You know, there is a plane accident. What is the insurance claim? Do I have approval of those claims that I owe people who would make today? It's partly funded in some ways. So various other newer things would come up. So I think if you are, for all three of you, if you were to look at what is the accounting framework and what are the advantages of accrual, pretty much every liability that you have would come on your book. It will be reflected in your balance sheet. And similarly, every asset, I think that's the other big thing that you should know. I think number of assets are unrecorded today, or what probably are getting recorded in this process. I think the assets would also come on the balance sheet. I made that comment on the market cap and everything. I think when you start looking at a proper accrual-based prepared financial statements, you might well have a very healthy asset side and arguably some more liabilities coming onto your balance sheet. But which is the right thing to do? Which is the right thing to do for your financial reporting? I think that's the limited answer. Accounting framework is fairly robust. I think the accounting standards are fairly robust to capture all of these observations.
Yeah, I'll just add, I think somebody asked about the pension, and this will have to come, because once the statutory audit starts, auditing starts, then there will have to be actuaries, they will tell you what is the costing going to be, and these will have to be provided for once you get into a company status. And these will have to be accounted for. So you're not going to get out of that, and therefore the financials. And I agree with you that there is rolling stock that that IDFC has, and it is an IDFC. However, every asset financing does not lead to a financial strength. All bankers do all only based on assets. We don't do clean financing. We do financing as lenders only to assets. We have finance assets only, and in the private sector or anywhere else. And all private sector financing is on for the assets. And you know what the position is. Somebody did mention about that. Okay. So I think only having an asset is not good enough.
You talk about a tangible asset giving you revenue.
No, all tangible. Asset, when I say asset, it is only tangible asset. It doesn't mean anything intangible.
I recommend that we take this debate to lunch. But I'll have a couple of concluding remarks because I want to make a little bit of sense from this conversation. Bharat, I'll come to you in just a minute. You had something?
No, just one point on the contingencies and on the risks. I think at least in the company that I am in, we spend a lot of time on determination of risk and exposure to risk in different projects. Look at the maximum risk that we are exposed to and what is the net residual risk. And I think with the accounting reforms that come today, it's one area that you would definitely need to look at to see that you are transacting your business, what is the maximum exposure to risk, whether it's accidents, whether it's failures, whether it's employees' health, whether it's there's so many elements that there. Or you execute several projects internally. What is your total exposure in terms of time, cost overrun, and all of that? I think that the fact that element will get brought into your accounting reforms is a big issue.
I think that's two more quick comments. I think I just want to emphasize on that. When you look at contingencies for that any project, the loss order contracts. Today you do not record the losses up front. Okay, because it is not being accrued. The system would require that. I think that's said. Another very important piece I want to emphasize is that today, even if it is voluntary, Indian Railways is doing whatever is being done is voluntary. For them to actually go live with this information in public is a huge journey, because there is a need to amend the provisions at a constitutional level, and the SAB would have to come out with a set of accounts, because there is no mandatory accounting framework today. So there is a lot that needs to be done behind the curtain for Indian Railways to really go live with this financial information. Is another important point as far as
Yeah. So if I may, I have to apologize. I'm going to conclude. I'm under strict orders to conclude now. We all have to go to lunch. But I'll just take a minute to try and make sense of the conversation we've been having. I have two observations. One is that, I hope that this group and all of us understand that none of this exercise is about pointing fingers or ascribing blame. The whole exercise for accounting renewal is not that, right? The whole purpose of tightening up accounting or using accounting as a tool is to enhance, first and foremost, to enhance our performance. So can this be a useful tool to enhance our performance? And I think that, we have a whole bunch of very committed, intelligent people here. Your views on how to use accounting to enhance our performance as part of this exercise will be very valuable. Second point I wanted to make, second observation I wanted to make, is this tension between sovereign or corporate entity, right? Today, the railways in theory can borrow money backed by the government of India, and then it just comes into the consolidated funds of the government of India, and that's it. However, we all know that government itself is working under a pretty severe fiscal constraint. It has to impose some discipline on its own desire to borrow, right, or need to borrow. That's why we have the FRBM. The railways can actually use more sophisticated accounting with a lot of more work behind the curtain, as Pankaj explained, to raise extra budgetary resources. So really the goal for railway should be, how can you mobilize additional funding that comes outside the budgetary envelope? And what information do you think you need to share with potential financiers to unlock that? And, so as Pankaj was explaining, if you were to value your assets in a different way, you could actually unlock a huge amount of value. The railways is sitting on extremely valuable assets that the market and financiers who are extremely risk averse don't fully appreciate and understand. So there's the asset valuation that could be unlocked, that could be a path to unlocking greater financing capability for the railways. And then, which is a much harder task to do, is there could be, by shining the light on certain types of cash flows in a ring-fence manner, you may be able to again generate financing for particular subsets of the network or particular projects or particular initiatives under the overall program of investment in the railways. Clearly, this issue is not an easy one, and everybody has views. So, with the permission of our hosts, maybe we can carry on the debate over lunch. So, please join me in thanking our panelists. I hope that at least this is the start of a fruitful and engaged discussion between all stakeholders who have to make this initiative successful. Thank you all.